Brimstone Hollow Cemetery morning. The wind cuts sharp. Snowflakes drift like ashes. A crude wooden cross leans in the frost-covered dirt. Martha Tolliver, beloved mother, 1842 to 1876. Two children kneel beside it, mud caked on their sleeves, hands raw from digging. Ellie Tolliver, 14, cheeks hollow from hunger, wipes her nose with a threadbare sleeve. Her eyes are dry, too tired to cry. Beside her, Jamie Tolliver, 9, clutches a slingshot in one hand, the other buried in his sister's coat. His eyes are wide and lost, red-rimmed from the cold and grief. They stare at the grave. Ellie, softly, she said we had to find him. Jamie, small voice, the man with the Silver Spurs. Ellie, yeah, said he owed Daddy a debt. Jamie looks up at her like she's all that's left in the world. Jamie, but Daddy's been gone 5 years. Ellie, and Mama's gone now too. She tugs the collar of her coat tighter, wind tugging at the hem. Ellie, Siontide, so we find him. Trail into town midday. They walk side by side, silent. Ellie carries a worn saddlebag. A locket dangles from her neck. Faded photo of a man in uniform inside. They say Brimstone Hollow was built on silver, but all that's left now is dust and rust and bones. The kids enter Brimstone Hollow, a town that looks like it forgot how to breathe. Boarded windows, slanted rooftops, a few old men smoking on porches don't even glance up. Brimstone Hollow, saloon moments later. Ellie pushes open the batwing doors. The piano is silent. The smell of old whiskey and regret fills the air. A few tired eyes look up. The saloon owner, a greasy man with sideburns and an apron, steps forward. Saloon owner, no kids, no charity. Try the preacher if he's still sober. He slams the door shut before she can answer. Brimstone Hollow, in later. Ellie knocks at the innkeeper's door. A woman answers, apron dusted with flour. Ellie, please, ma'am. Just for tonight. It's cold. The woman looks past her at Jamie, shivering behind her, then closes the door with a soft but final click. EXT General Store, afternoon. Shelves inside barely hold anything. Ellie approaches the counter. The store owner, a white-bearded man with spectacles, squints down at her. Ellie, Mama passed yesterday. We ain't eaten since. I can work for biscuits. He looks at her locket, then to the saddlebag. Store owner, no coin, no bread. Ellie sets her jaw. Ellie, we buried her with our hands. Store owner, ain't the only ones lost something. He turns away. Conversation over. Jamie's lip trembles. Ellie pulls him close. Blacksmith's forge, dusk. The blacksmith hammers away, sending sparks into the air. In the shadows beside the forge, a man sits by a barrel stove, cleaning a long pistol. Jamie stops cold. Jamie, Ellie, he points. Boot heels, dusty duster coat. But it's the spurs, gleaming silver, catching the firelight. Ellie's breath catches. She pulls out Mama's sketch from her saddlebag. It's old, smeared, but it shows a man with one scarred eye and silver spurs. The man leans into the light. Weathered face, jagged scar down one cheek, limp in his left leg. He's sharpening a knife with slow precision. Then he lifts his eyes. Ellie's knees go weak. Man, you're Martha's kids, ain't ya? His voice is rough, like gravel soaked in whiskey and dust. The wind whistles between the buildings. Snow starts to fall again. Ellie, you knew our mama? The man stands, towering, his coat flapping in the wind. He nods slowly. Man, she told you to find me? Ellie nods. Ellie, said you owed our daddy a debt. The man exhales, as if that sentence alone carried the weight of 20 winters. Man, I did. He looks them both over. Eyes linger on Jamie's pale lips. The locket in Ellie's hand. He picks up his coat, steps forward. Man, Siontide, follow me. Outskirts, snowy woods, night. The three figures walk into the darkening forest. Ellie holds Jamie close. He's coughing now. The man walks ahead, Silver Spurs clinking softly with every limp step. Behind them, the lights of Brimstone Hollow vanish into the snow. Some stories start with a gunshot, others with a knock at the wrong door. But this one started with a mother's dying breath and the whisper of Silver Spurs. Wilderness Ridge, night. The sky is choked with storm clouds. The three figures move through snow-laced underbrush. Colt McCrae, the scarred drifter. Ellie, clutching her brother's hand. Jamie, shivering with each step. A distant wolf howls. Colt glances behind them, eyes scanning the darkness. He doesn't say a word. Creek bed, later. They reach a narrow frozen stream. Ellie helps Jamie over a fallen log. Suddenly, crack, the ice gives under Jamie's foot. Jamie, yelling, Ellie. He slips, half his leg plunging through. Ellie grabs his arm. Colt spins back, strides in 2 quick steps, and lifts Jamie clear like he weighs nothing. Colt, watch your feet, boy. River don't care if you're shivering or sleeping. He sets Jamie down, tears off his own scarf, wraps it around the boy's leg without a word. Ellie whispers, "Thank you." Colt doesn't look up, just says, "Colt." We keep moving. Ridge overlook. Moments later, they reach a clearing. Colt scans the horizon. A curl of smoke in the distance. He mutters, almost to himself, "Colt. Bandits. 2 days behind. Maybe 1 now." Ellie, "How do you know?" Colt turns, kneels eye level with her. "Colt, because I used to ride with men like that. And the ones who are quiet are the worst." She stares at him. The first time she's heard fear in his voice. Shelter in the woods, night. Colt builds a fire. Fast, practiced. Ellie and Jamie sit wrapped in a worn blanket. Snowflakes drift down. The trees moan in the wind. Jamie's cough worsens. Ellie holds him tighter. Colt returns with 2 rabbits. Skinned, roasted, split. Colt, eat slow. Jamie stares at him. Jamie, you gonna leave us? Colt doesn't answer. Campfire later. Ellie pokes the fire with a stick. Ellie, Mama said you wore Silver Spurs. Said you'd help us. Colt doesn't respond. He stares into the flames. Ellie, Siontide. Why the spurs? Silence. Then, flashback. Visual only, no narration. Young Colt, bloodied, kneeling in a poker den. A man stands over him. Gun drawn. Colt draws faster. Bang. The man falls. Silver Spurs clink to the floor. Back to present. Colt blinks it away. Colt. 1M in a game. Wasn't fair. But not much in life is. Ellie looks at him carefully. Ellie, you knew our mama? Colt. She saved my life, once. Your daddy could have ended me back then. Ellie, why didn't he? Colt doesn't answer. Jamie coughs again. Colt tosses another log on the fire, takes off his coat, and gently wraps it around the boy. Ellie quietly, "You're not what I expected." Colt sits beside them. Colt, your mama had fire in her. Your daddy had something else, Mercy. Didn't always make sense, but it made men stop and think. Ellie, she said you owed him. Colt stares into the flames again. Colt, I do. Ellie, what did he do? Long pause. Then, Colt, your daddy saved a mining camp once. Stood up to 5 men with rifles. Didn't flinch. Ellie, then why'd you owe him? Colt's voice is a rasp now. Colt, 'cause he didn't kill me when he should've. EXT, Trillion early morning. Snow has stopped, but frost clings to the earth like a curse. Colt squats low, examining fresh boot tracks. Colt, they're close. Maybe 3 riders. Mean ones. He turns back to the kids. Colt, Siontide, we move quiet. No talking. Stay behind me. Ellie nods. Jamie, weak but determined, squeezes her hand. They vanish into the trees, shadows swallowed by mist. Brief flashback. Mexico border town. Years ago, visual only. Young Colt, blood on his shirt, galloping with a bag of coins. Gunfire. Chaos. Martha, the kid's mother, stands in the doorway of a church. She steps in front of Colt's pursuer, defiant. The gunman hesitates. Colt gets away. Back to present. Colt touches the burn mark near his collarbone. Old memory, still tender. EXT, Canyon Trail, sunset. Ellie walks close, beside him now. They're halfway to somewhere. Ellie, where are we going? Colt, someplace quiet. Safe. Your daddy once told me about a widow up near Mesa Ridge. Owed him a favor. Ellie, another debt? Colt smirks. It's the first time he looks almost human. Colt, he collected more kindness than enemies. Not many men can say that. EXT, night camp, that evening. Jamie sleeps curled up beside the fire. Ellie and Colt sit opposite each other. Ellie, what was our daddy like? Colt leans back. Long silence. Then, Colt. He smiled easy. Didn't need to raise his voice. Could stare down a drunk with just a look. Ellie listens, her eyes wet now. Colt, suenteed. Last time I saw him, he was walking away from a fight. Said not every war needs winning. Ellie, but he still helped people? Colt, that was the problem. He always did. Canyon rim night. Colt lies awake, rifle in hand. Eyes wide open. Off in the trees. A flicker of movement. A bandit's shadow. Colt doesn't move. His silver spurs catch a sliver of moonlight. He was a man who'd walked alone too long. But in the cold silence of winter, he'd found something worth turning back. For EXT. Pinewood Ridge, night, snowfall. A thin layer of moonlight washes over the forest. The wind howls through bare branches. Colt McCrae dozes by the fire, rifle resting in his lap. Ellie lies close by, arms wrapped around Jamie, whose coughs are rasping now. Suddenly, crack, a branch snaps in the darkness. Colt's eyes snap open. He rises fast. Colt, low growl. We got company. Jamie bolts upright, coughing. Ellie tightens her grip around him. Bandits emerge from the trees, faces wrapped in scarves, eyes gleaming like predators. The leader steps forward. Silas Drake. Colt's old comrade. Grizzled, mean, his revolver already drawn. Silas. Been a long ride, McCrae. Funny we meet again under snow and stars. Colt. You always were a bloodhound for bounty. Silas. Only difference now. You're dragging dead weight. That girl and boy got price tags too. Gunfire erupts. Colt shoves Jamie and Ellie behind a rock. Shoots one bandit square in the chest. The second goes down with a gut wound. The third bandit flees. Colt stands, blood on his coat, breathing hard. Colt, stay here. Ellie, Colt, wait. But he's already running after the last man. Snow crunching. Trees blurring. Snowy cliffside night. Colt's boots slip over icy rocks. His breath puffs in clouds. Memories flicker. Blood pooling in the dust, gunshots. The smell of whiskey, his old gang laughing while a town burned. He finds the bandit collapsed, a leg wound slowing him down. Before Colt can act, Silas steps out from behind a tree, pistol raised. Silas, you don't change, do ya? Colt, and you don't forget a grudge. Silas, you left us, McCrae, took the loot and disappeared. I buried 3 men that night. Then I heard Silver Spurs still janglin' through New Mexico. Still walkin', like you didn't do nothin' wrong. Colt, I left, 'cause I was done spillin' blood for nothin'. Silas, too bad I ain't. EXT, Campfire Ridge, same time. Jamie clings to Ellie. Jamie, he's gonna die, ain't he? Ellie, not if I can help it. She grabs her slingshot, slipping it into her coat. Snowy cliffside minutes later. Colt and Silas circle each other. Snow whirls around them. Silas, gonna give you a chance, like your friend did me? Colt. No. Boom. Gunfire. Colt is hit in the shoulder, falls to his knees. Silas walks toward him. Silas. Should have finished me back then. Ellie steps out, shaking but determined. Ellie, you'll have to go through me. Silas laughs, until a stone zips from Ellie's slingshot, smacking his face. He stumbles. Jamie appears, throws Colt a knife. Colt catches it in one motion and drives it into Silas's gut. Silas falls, gasping, eyes wide with disbelief. Colt collapses. Ellie and Jamie rush to him. Ellie. Colt. No, 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 stay awake. Colt. Weakly. Good aim, girl. Your daddy. He'd be proud. His eyes flutter. Everything goes dark. Preacher's cabin morning. Sunlight streams through tall pines. A horse stands out front, steam rising from its nose. Inside, Colt lies in bed, bandaged, leg braced. Ellie stirs porridge at the stove. Jamie sleeps, curled by the hearth. Preacher OS. He'll walk again, but not far, not fast. Colt stirs awake, groans. Colt. Still here? Ellie, you're not getting rid of us now. Colt smiles. First time we've seen it. Brimstone Hollow, weeks later. The town watches as Colt rides in slowly, one leg stiff, Ellie and Jamie flanking him. They stop at Mama's grave. Colt reaches into his saddlebag, pulls out his Silver Spurs. He hangs them on the wooden cross. Colt, your debt's paid, Martha. Jamie, she found you, just like she said. Small homestead, months later, sunset. A modest cabin stands against the fading sky. Smoke curls from the chimney. On the porch, Colt rocks gently in a chair, leg wrapped, rifle at his side. Inside, Ellie reads by lamplight. Jamie plays with a carved wooden horse. Peace. Quiet. Not perfect, but home. Some debts are paid in blood, some in forgiveness, and some by the boots that walk with you into tomorrow.